Okay, on this video, I'm going to review the first and only, unfortunately, only album that was put out by the new metal band Snot called Get Some. It was fronted by the late singer Lynn Strait. Lynn Strait, unfortunately, he met his demise as in a car crash a year after this album hit the stage. Even though, like within a year prior to his demise, he touched a lot of people and he touched a lot of souls, and with his presence and his energy, yeah, with this album that dropped in '97, it was basically like rock and funk metal mixed together. Of course, this is like still like a new style of metal was emerging. It was called new metal, aka rap rock, but it was new metal. A lot of people were taking a hold of it, of course, like the pioneers like Korn and Deftones were at the head of this forefront. But the short-lived bands like Snot came along and had a huge impact. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this band wasn't able to go forth with a second album due to Lynn Strait's car crash. Like his car was hit by a truck that ended up killing him and his dog named Dobbs. The dog that you see on the front of the cover ended up killing him as well. But he left a lasting impression with this album called Get Some. Even though it has these scatting even though the vibes sound kind of jazzy, even though it's funk metal, but some of the vibes sound kind of scatty and jazzy, and like especially with songs like 313 and Get Some and Deadfall, which has that funk metal vibe to it, and songs like Unplugged and Mr. Brett to Get Some Keys, and like the 15 track called My Balls Your Chin. Oh man, of course this is '97. When I hear this album, it takes me back to '97. I was 15 when this album hit the stores. And this was like basically this album right here was basically a SoCal staple, but then it was re-released in 2000. So people could get a feel of how this album was, or and the presentation of this whole album, especially with songs like Joyride and Stupid. When it comes to albums like this, the first 3 tracks pretty much define the whole album. But this was this was a great album. When you first hear this, you might not be feeling it, but you gotta let it grow on you first. I kind of wish Snot had more exposure, and Lynn Strait. I wish he didn't meet his demise. And that's basically all I have to say about this. This is a very brief album review of Snot's album, first and only album